people out there. Hello. The microphone works, that's a bit loud.
Yep, working? Yep.
Testing?
Testing.
Perfect. Welcome. My Scottish Golf Club. We've built you a little app and a little product that will hopefully help you guys take control of your business. It's not our business, and it's not about us. It's certainly not Scottish Golf's business, it's yours. So let's take a look at what we've done so far.
So, as Ian touched on previously, sort of the big digital transformation that's happened in the last 10 years, or the story behind that, is actually the rise of the platform. We had some examples like Uber and Airbnb, and really, they're platforms because they're not the business themselves. They empower other businesses to grow. One of the main ways is obviously product distribution. You've got a spare bed, spare seat, rent it out one night, one drive, whatever. And really, the platform has revolutionized the world, and that's what the tech industry's really done. And it's been a game changer. And it's taken away a lot of manual processes. You don't have to worry about, if you run Airbnb, you have to worry about, oh, who's coming today, what's going on, I've got to make notes. You don't need to, because Airbnb just take care of it. It's done. And that's the big change that's taken place. And at the start of this process, speaking to clubs and speaking to people like Lee, who's owned and run a golf club, really, we got a feel for all the individual things they needed. And we realized that actually, currently, there is no one platform that allows you to do the whole thing. There's a series of individual software tools, and they're great. They're useful. But like Excel, they really only do one thing very well, and some other things kind of well. So software tools are not transformative. They're not going to change your business. They're going to help you run it, but they're not going to fundamentally make things better. So we thought, well, we'll build a platform. If the guys in Silicon Valley can do it, we can do it. Be easy. Not that easy, but we started out with, what do you need? What is a golf club? Well, really, you've got a product. What is your product? It's tee times. Now, whether you sign someone up for a year for a membership, or you sell them one tee time at a time, it's the same thing. You have a product. And you need to take payment for selling that product. And obviously, this is the core of what your business is. Now, there's obviously things that already do that, and they're great, I guess, probably quite expensive in their way, but they're not really taking it that next step further and giving you that platform for change. And so you end up with a current position of some individual software tools that are disconnected. Yeah? We don't have that platform. We don't have that unity. We don't have things that automatically talk to each other. Someone enters a tournament. I've seen people go and update spreadsheets that are getting put on the website. Now, it's 2018, and the world is about automation. It's about product distribution through digital products. And we don't want to have these individual disconnected products anymore.
I'm not just here to push this. I've got to do some talking as well. So what have we built? So obviously, Joe's explained what we looked at. We looked at your businesses, and having some experience of how to run one of those businesses is not easy. And you're all brave for doing it in the first place. So we've gone off and we've built what we call a venue booking system. So even though it's going to do your core business, which is golf tee times, whether you've got one course, two courses, 12, however many you've got, 9 holes, 6 holes, it doesn't really matter. The point is, each one of those tee times is your product. That's what you have. Once it's gone, and it's gone at the lowest possible price, it's gone. You can't get it back. So we're going to enable you to set your own pricing. You can then determine which revenue center gets that money. It may be that you've got 2 courses on one site run by 2 separate companies, 2 separate entities run it. So depending on who or what gets that money, it goes to the correct party. And that's all going to be integrated right from the start. So once we've done that, we started twiddling our thumbs, and we went off and started building a few more things. Now, obviously, we had a lot of these tools to start with, but everyone's going to need a membership system. You've probably already got one. A lot of you will already have systems that you use that controls your membership. But it doesn't actually do an awful lot for you for the non-member. So we want to start collecting data for people that come to your venue. And data is key. Without the data, you can't use or do anything. So let's collect that data. We've got a full tournament management system, and we'll run on to why we think that's going to be quite cool a bit later. Handicapping, currently Kongu, we're Kongu certified, and there will be a WHS in the future, and we're working with some partners at the moment to build one of those. A full communication module. Communication. I heard it earlier in the presentation, and communication is key, and it's full two-way, and it'll be within the platform, not in your Outlook, not in your Google, Gmail, in your system. And it's yours. It's not ours, yours. We've built in a virtual caddy, which is a GPS caddy in the system. We're going to give you a free website, and every club will have one, and the design will be pretty much bespoke. There's enough different themes and options to choose that pretty much every golf club in Scotland will be able to configure one that's unique to them. We're going to give every golf club in Scotland a dedicated app. Now, that might not sound like a huge, great thing to all of you in here, but I'm telling you now, the younger generation, they only use apps. They do not use computers. And computers are declining in sales 20% year on year. Now, maybe that's because they're getting better and they're lasting longer, but that will eventually stop. And it'll be apps, tablets, on handheld devices. And we've also thrown in a point-of-sale system, obviously quite important. You need to collect your money.
And that gives you a perfectly integrated platform. No more sporadic digital products. Oh, I've got to check on, someone's emailed me. I've got to check that someone's booked a tea time. No. All in one place, easily administered. No more manual work. No more forgetting things, missing things. Everybody can coordinate within the business. The pro and the shop and the club and the bar, everything can be under one cloud, coordinated inside one platform. Everything can talk to each other. The app, driven by the data from your platform. You put the data in, you put the tee times in, it powers the app. So it's yours, you're in control of that. You can choose who gets those, who doesn't get those. We spoke about product distribution in terms of digital products. You need a website. People, maybe on holiday, whatever, want to look for a club, they're going to search golf clubs near me. You need a beautiful, engaging website, but it actually has your character in it, your course images, your color, your theme, your brand. But the website easily configured. Simple drag and drop, put your course images in. Put all the course details, the pars, everything, all in one system. You do it once, you have to do it 5 times. Put it in one system, one platform, it gets spread everywhere. You choose the colors. You choose everything, it belongs to you, it's your website. And obviously that's the web side of the product distribution, but really, as Lee touched on, really it's an app. You know, if you want to get a taxi, you get an app. If you want to have somewhere to stay, you get an app. Apparently, if you want to date, you can also get an app for that. So, you know, everything is about the app now. And that's where we've put a lot of our focus and attention on making a really beautiful user interface, easy to use, intuitive, and really integrating perfectly with the platform that you guys at the clubs administer.
We obviously didn't have enough time today to go into the back-end system. I mean, and we could spend 3, 4, 5 hours up here talking. You'll be asleep, I promise you. But what we want to do is show you this app. So the idea is we want to put this app into everybody's phone who wants to play golf in Scotland. Now, it's up to you. You don't have to use it. You don't have to promote it. You don't have to do anything with it at all. But if you do, we guarantee you will generate revenue. I'm not going to sign up to anything like that, but we guarantee we're going to generate extra revenue for you. We've made the sign-up process simple. It is very, very simple. With GDPR as it is nowadays and PCI compliance for payment solutions, we have to take certain data if people want to make a payment, but the actual process of signing up will be simple. And you will have access to that data when people want to come to your golf club. Admittedly, let's get your members using it because they're your members. Nobody else will have that data. It's your members, yours only. The booking journey. When we started this process probably about, I don't know, 6 years ago when we started looking at a booking system. And what was really quite disturbing was the number of clicks you have to make a booking. First of all, you've got to sit in front of a computer. I know things have changed now. Some people do have apps. But 6 years ago, it was difficult. Even today, one of the most successful golf courses in Scotland, just to get to the payment section took 17 clicks. 17 clicks. That's a lot. That's a minute. It's a whole minute of your time just to book a tea time. The young generation don't want that now. It wants to be a few seconds. And engagement will happen. So, from choosing your club, selecting a date, select a time, book. 4 clicks, and you'll be booked a slot. You have to be a member to get the 4 clicks. It's 5 clicks if you're not a member. And you've paid for something. The money's been extracted instantly. The whole app will have the payment system in it. We've got a cookie with a worldwide bank, and we've secured a major deal with a worldwide bank who is prepared to supplement every transaction, every card transaction. And again, you get all of that built in this app for free. Competitions. Competitions. Who plays in golf competitions here? Put your hands up. How easy is it to get into one? What have you got to do? Pick the phone up, go to the golf club, write on a sheet, write on a book, go back 2 weeks later, see what your tee time is. It's in the app. You'll have a platform that will enable you to put every single golf club competition in the app. If you're brave and you want to engage in this new future, you can put some open events on. You tick a box, this tournament's open. It appears on the open slide, the open button in the middle. So every open tournament in the entire golfing community will be in that app. You can enter it. You're a member of another club, bang. You've got a handicap, bang, you can get in. The national body will also have a system that will run their national championships. If you want to play in those, you click on the national button and you can see which ones you're eligible for. If you're not eligible for a tournament, you won't be able to enter it. It won't allow you to do things you shouldn't be able to do, but you can sit there and watch them. You can enter. We've taken some liberties here. We've got the Nedbank Golf Challenge in there. You can enter. You'll see the entries list instantly when you're entered. If it's a type of tournament where you need to be authorized to enter, you won't see. It'll be a provisional entry right up until the time when the draw is made. The draw is made, you'll be able to see the draw. And then you'll be able to see the scores, because we've built a real-time live scoring system into the app for you. If you're in the competition, you'll be able to do the scoring in your app. You'll be able to swap cards effectively in your app. You wouldn't even need to take a scorecard out onto the golf course. It's in your app. You can print it out afterwards if you really want to do it and sign it. And hopefully, with a bit of luck, we can just store it all digitally. You won't need to use scorecards at all. Another saving for your golf club.
And to add to that, what you're seeing here on the screen is tour-level technology. Okay, this is coming directly from apps that we've built for the professional golf tours of the world. So we're putting tour technology in every golf club in Scotland who wants it. Free, again, I mentioned that.
Can I carry on?
Yeah, carry on, sorry.
The caddy. Now, Paul was lucky probably to have a caddy. Was he any good? No. Okay. So, must have worked once. Not everybody can afford a caddy, I get it. And caddies in amateur tournaments are obviously sometimes frowned upon. So what we've done is we've taken some technology that we already worked with around the world, and we've put it into the app. So within the app, there's a caddy button at the bottom. And what that actually means, it's a GPS caddy. It's a Sky Caddy, a GPS mapping service for your app. And again, there's 38,000 golf courses in there. I'm sure you're going to play at most of them, most of you. You'll be able to use it anywhere in the world, not just here in Scotland. So if you go anywhere, you can use the app to track your way around the golf course. We did a search, actually. There was 7 miles of here, this building. There are 31 golf courses. That's incredible. There are so many options for you to go and play golf. So let's involve everybody in this. And that's what it looks like. When you've got the GPS up, depending on where you are using your device, it'll tell you how far you've got left. And that's not actually a great one. There's front, middle, back, and all sorts. You can have pin positions on it and all sorts. So that's what you're going to get. And again, this is included in the app. Social events. Now, golf is one thing, and booking tee times is one thing. But social events, how difficult is it to organize a social event at your golf club? Anybody done it really successfully recently? I thought not. Social events will do the same thing. You can create an event in the system. Now, that's not just for you. That's for Open events, so you can open it to everybody who's out there, even the non-member golfer. Let's get them in. They might want to join. Once they know it's a nice little family, they might want to come and join. So let's engage with them. And the national body, so things like this, they can advertise it in here, and you can decide whether you want to do that or not. Golf's app. Think we'll get away with it?
We might get in trouble with that.
Golf's app. What's Golf's app? Broken. We're in. Find other members and users. So you're signed into this app, okay? It's two-factor authenticated to get you in, so you use your fingerprint or your Face ID or a password, and you'll be two-factor authenticated to get started in it. So it's immensely secure. So what we've done is we've built in a chat function. So it's Golf's app. Sounds familiar to something else, don't know what that could be, but it's Golf's app. So if you have authorized your golf club to have or put your details in the member directory, I can chat with Joe to organize a match play event, anything, a game of golf, anything. If any of you are in the contacts list of anybody else in this room or in the country or in the whole country, and you have the app, it will appear against your name in the all column. So you can chat using Golf's app to organize your golf. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek. It's designed to keep you in the app and keep you doing everything you would do golf straight in here. You can do groups. So if you do a society away days, you can do it all in the app. And it keeps everything where you want to keep it. You don't have to go download anything else. It's a nice chat we had. Now, everything in this is user-focused. We have built this based on our experiences and everything we've listened to. The future of this product is what the user wants, not what you want, and certainly not what we want. So the user will determine what new features are developed for it because they'll tell us. And the data that's in it is the user's. It's not necessarily ours, it's not ours at all. It's not even Scottish Golf's. It's the user's. So the user is responsible for that data. If they decide that for some reason they've joined, they're not a golf club member, and they want to leave tomorrow, they push the button, delete, everything's GDPR, they're gone. If you're a member of 2 or 3 golf clubs, which I hear is normal, you change your name or you change your email address or your postal address or anything, you change it in the app, it'll change in all 3 of those clubs at the same time. They obviously need to have the back-end platform to make that work. But this is all about centralizing a completely decentralized network.
Sounds confusing.
That's very confusing. Together, all of us here, not us, everybody, we're going to put golf in your pocket. So you can see it as and when you want it, not when someone else tells you you can. And you can book tee times at any time. And we're going to give you all of that with Scottish Golf's help for free. I can't hear you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
It's number 2 customer. So who are we? We haven't told you much about us, and really, is it that important? Probably, to help you understand where we come from. Founded in 1988, we were set up with the initial start of personal computing, and obviously people needed computers to do certain things, and this product started in 1988. Presently, today, we automate 32 professional golf tours internationally. Now that's the LPGA, PGA Tour, the European Tour. We do work with them. Today there are 2 European Tour events happening. We are administering the whole shebang. And I say administering, we have a team of 16 people in our building. It's all done on a platform that they do themselves. There are 11 tournaments happening today, professional, and we are here. And our phones aren't ringing. So we must be doing something right. Just some simple stats. We do about 2,800 professional tournaments every year. So far this year, that's the number we're up to. £32 million has been taken through our systems and our payment solutions with tournament entry fees. Approximately 11 million in professional tour membership fees, and that's just about to go through the roof because the LPGA launches on Monday. We have $40 million taken in Q School entry fees, which is staggering People go into Q school to get on this dream of being a professional golfer. And so far this year, we have paid out the equivalent of £983 million in prize funds. Dollars. Pounds. Dollars. In prize funds. So our customers must trust us to do what we're doing. So we're hoping you guys will jump on board and allow us, Scottish Golf, to unite you all and put golf into someone's pocket. The platform that is powering golf is yours for free. That's all we have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you very much there to Lee and Joe. I think we all agree a bold move into the future, and as has been detailed recently, it is for you to decide whether or not you would like to use it with your own golf clubs. Now, we've had questions coming in throughout the day here, and we're going to get Andrew and we're going to get Ian back up onto the stage to answer some of those questions for you. And I believe, Lee, are you also coming back up? No? Yes. We'll put him on the spot up here. So we've got some of the questions here for you that you've been submitting through the Slido account. And as I mentioned right at the top of the day, anything that isn't answered today, it will be answered retrospectively. It will be communicated with you through the email addresses that you've registered here today for all of your clubs, and it'll also be on the Scottish Golf website as well. So please don't worry if whatever it is you have asked, we haven't got time to get round to today. So are you guys all mic'd up? Yeah, you've all got your microphones on?
Yes.
Okay, so the questions are on the board here, so I'll kick off with the first one here, and it says, when will clubs be given access to the new online portal for management of handicaps, so to assess usability and sustainability?
Well, from a platform point of view, literally as this presentation finishes, anyone who's been here will be emailed a registration form, a registration of interest. We will then collate those. We will then look at who's interested in the system. We will then communicate back with you. In January, we will then go through a testing phase with all of the interested clubs. And after that, then we will move forward into a more formal rollout. But there's no date at the moment, if you want to say, on the rollout, because the most important thing is that we listen to you guys and we get the testing phase correct. And when we're happy with that, then we'll move to the next stage.
The second question on there, I'm not sure if Lee actually answered that in the presentation, just can the digital platform be used in areas, or Andrew, if you want to pick this up, areas and countries, and what does it offer us?
Yeah, for the areas and counties, it certainly is something that they can use. In particular, I'm sure you'd have been excited by the tournament side of this for the tournaments that you all run, and it's absolutely something that will be available to them as well, free of charge.
Okay, moving down the questions. Are we not in danger of pushing golf club members away to nomadic golf and therefore losing club level revenue by encouraging attracting non-member affiliation?
I'll take that one. This is always going to be the big question around this, and I think the point I would make is 5,000 members are currently leaving our golf clubs every year. They're obviously not leaving because of a handicap. That's obviously not the issue for them. To suggest that people remain members of golf clubs just because they can get a handicap seems to entirely miss the point. Less than 50% of members of golf clubs in Scotland have handicaps. There are a variety of reasons why people are members of golf clubs. If the handicap was so crucial to being a member of golf club, then people would simply go and find the cheapest club that they could join. As I said earlier on, there are clubs in Scotland that you can join purely to get a handicap already. That is not what's happening. And therefore, we do not believe this is as big an issue as people make out.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. What stage has the development of the new club management system reached? This was a key aspect of the increase in the affiliation fee.
Lee?
I don't know, I just work there.
All right. Basically, what you've seen today, for showing purposes, clearly there were screenshots, if you like, but everything you've seen and everything you've heard of is live. It's physically working in an app. So from a usability point of view, the guys are quite far down the road. I mean, unless you want to expand on technically where that is.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We've got to the stage of, we've gone way past beta testing. Everything's very stable. It works perfectly. The app works together with the back end, which is the most important thing. Even the registration process that you will go through when you decide that you want to sign up is all automated, and it goes into some back-end systems that Scottish Golf will now use to look after you and communicate with you. So we're hoping that by the first few weeks of January, we'll have a few beta customers out there who have gone through the first real beta test. But as far as we're concerned, it's ready for release 1.0.
Okay, thank you very much. The new app for golfers, if a club decides to use it, will it seamlessly interface with the club's existing software, e.g. Intelligent Golf, etc.?
Yeah.
Not at this stage. There's no open API. We don't plan to put an open API in it because we want you to control the experience. And the only way you can control that experience is ensuring that every golf person in the whole of Scotland has the same experience. You start interfacing third-party applications, you start interfacing with things that will not work.
Realistically, just to add to that, it's not a case of trying to be awkward. That we're very focused here from a revenue point of view, and the challenge we've been given is to try and take this product, and it's not my product, it's not Scottish Golf's product, it's your product. So you need to own the product, and if you dilute that product and start integrating with loads of other products, slowly but surely you will end up in the situation that you're in, where commercial parties will be able to piggyback on what you've done and come in and take commercial benefit. So it's not for any sort of, it's not for any bad reason. It's a case of it's yours. We want to give it to you. We want you to run with it and control it. And control the development of it. Another key thing here to say is one of the reasons that we have gone with OCS is because they're not in this space. I hope from what you've seen, you would agree that they have the credentials, they understand the game of golf, and they're a strong tech company. So unlike other companies, we, Scottish Golf, and you have an exclusive agreement with this company. They have no rights to go to the market in Scotland. So the development of the product is also in your hands.
Thank you very much. That does conclude the Q&A. As I say, any questions that have been posed that haven't been answered will retrospectively be answered, and that will be communicated to you through the mediums that I mentioned a little bit earlier on. Ian, thank you very much for your time. Lee, thank you very much for your time as well. And Andrew, I know you're going to offer a closing speech to us.